Good morning, children. Welcome to Trinity Academy. Today, I am going to continue the remaining part of the lesson, My Country Childhood. Next, I will read, then I will explain you. Page number, this page you take. What is this page? Page number 30 you take. Second paragraph. As boys, we were mostly left to ourselves. We played with toys. We made ourselves. We made animals and birds out of clay. We made ox-drawn sledges out of tree branches. Nature was our playground. We sat on flat stones and slid down the face of the large rocks. We did this until our backsides were so sore. We could hardly sit down. I learned to ride atop cows after being thrown to the ground several times. One got to the hang of it. When Nelson Mandela grew up, he became the leader of the African people. He was a loving man who made friends wherever he went. His one-time assistant, Jesse Durrett, relates these incidents about him. He always made his own bed, no matter wherever we traveled. I remember we were once in China in a luxury hotel, and I said to him, "Please don't make your own bed because it is against Chinese hospitality." He said, "Call the ladies who clean the room." When they came, he explained to them that he always made his own bed. They should not feel insulted. He didn't ever want to hurt people's feelings. Okay, I'll tell you, as boys, the boys were mostly left alone. They want to do their works by themselves only. So what and all they played? How did they spend the time, these boys? How did they spend? They played with the toys. The toys were made by themselves. They made the toys by themselves. They played with the toys which were made by them. Then they made animals and birds out of clay. What did they do with clay? With the clay they made animals and birds. They made birds and animals out of clay. Okay, clay is a sticky soil. No. Next, the children made ox-drawn sledges. What is the meaning of sledges? Sledges are nothing. They are carts without wheels to move on, to ride on. Cart without wheels. Okay, cart without wheels. It is made of wood to move. Understood? Cart without wheels. These are sledges. So they used to make ox-drawn sledges out of the tree branches. Out of the tree branches, they made the ox-drawn sledges. Then nature was their playground. What was their playground? Nature. Nature was their playground. They sat on the flat stones. They sat on the flat stone and slid down the face of the large rocks. They sat on the large stones and slid down on the large rocks. They did this until our backsides were so sore. Backsides were so sore. Till they ride. They sat on the flat stones and slid down the face of the large rocks. They did until their backsides were so sore. Sore means wounding. Okay, we could hardly sit down. They could hardly sit down. I learned to ride atop cows. Atop cows. They used to ride on the top of the cows. What did I say about calves? Calves means engon of a cow. Understood? After being till when will how far they will ride? After being thrown to the ground, they took ride on the calf until they were thrown to the ground several times. Until they were thrown to the ground several times, one got the hang of it. One got the hang of it means what is the meaning? One learnt it by trying again and again. Learnt it by trying again and again. So when Nelson Mandela grew up, he became the leader of the African people. He was a loving man. He was a loving man who made friends wherever he went. Wherever he went, he made friends. Okay, his one-time assistant, Jesse Durrett. His name is Jesse Durrett. J-E-S-S-E-D-U-A-R-T. His one-time assistant, Jesse Durrett, relate the incidents about him. Jesse Durrett, relate the incidents about Nelson Mandela. He always made his own bed. Jesse said, Nelson, wherever he went, he made his own bed. No matter wherever he traveled. I remember we were once in China in a luxury hotel, and I said to him, here I refers to Jesse. He said, please don't make your own bed because it is against Chinese hospitality. He said, Jesse said, please here you don't make your own bed. It is against Chinese hospitality. He said, call the ladies who clean the room. When they came, he explained to them that he always made his own. So the cleaning ladies came to them. What did he say? He said, wherever I go, I make my own bed. He said, they should not feel insulted. For that he called the ladies and said, I'm going to make my own bed. Understood? He didn't ever want to hurt the people's feelings. Nelson Mandela, he ever wanted to hurt the people's feelings. Okay? Here, next, I will read this passage. Here is an incident told by Richard Stengel, who worked with Mandela on his autobiography. What did I say about autobiography? Autobiography is the history of a man's life written by himself. Okay, autobiography, a life history written by himself. So, in the incident told by Richard Stengel, who worked with Mandela on his autobiography, it happened on an aeroplane trip in Natal in South Africa. It happened in an aeroplane trip. So, you put your finger on this. As soon as Mandela boarded the aeroplane, he picked up a newspaper and read everything in it. I was sitting right across him and he pointed out of the window. I saw to my horror that the propeller had stopped working. He said calmly, Richard, would you like to inform the pilot that propeller isn't working? I walked to the front of the plane and found that the pilot was well aware of it. He asked me to go back to my seat and sit down. They had called the airport and the ambulances were there. I went back and told Mandela that. He just listened and said yes. The plane landed without any trouble. Nelson remained calm throughout the trip. He never changed his expression. As we came out of the airport, he said, I was really scared up there. Then I realized that this is what courage is all about. Courage is not being terrified and not showing it. I got courage by looking at him because he was pretending not to be scared, and that's what he did his whole life. That is what made him so great. Nelson Mandela was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. He passed away at his home in Johannesburg in December 2013. Okay. Here is an incident told by Richard Stengel. Richard Stengel, in his autobiography, R-I-C-H-A-R-D, Richard Stengel, S-T-E-N-G-L. So, Richard Stengel, who worked with Mandela on his biography. It happened an aeroplane trip. During the trip in aeroplane in Natal, in South Africa, what happened? Let us see. As soon as Mandela boarded the aeroplane, he picked up a newspaper and read everything in it. As soon as he boarded the aeroplane, he took the newspaper and started reading everything in the paper. Here I refers to Richard Stengel. He said he was sitting across him and he pointed out of the window. He said, I saw to my horror, the propeller had stopped working. The propeller, what is the meaning of propeller? A device that causes an aircraft to move. It is a device that causes an aircraft or ship to move. Here, aeroplane, a device that causes an aircraft to move. It has 2 or more metal blades. The propeller had 2 or more metal blades. So it is a device. It is that device only causes an aircraft to move. Understood? So the propeller had stopped working. He said calmly, Richard, would you like to inform the pilot that the propeller isn't working? So Nelson asked Richard, are you going to inform the pilot that the propeller is not working? For that he said, so he walked in front of the plane and found that pilot was well aware of it. The pilot well aware of that. The propeller was not working, he well aware of it. Then he asked me, who? Here he refers to whom? The pilot asked Richard to go to you go and sit in your place. He asked him to go back to his seat and sit. Then they had called the airport and the ambulances were there. Then he went and told Nelson Mandela that he just listened and said it. So he said to Nelson everything what the pilot told to him. He said, but Nelson didn't say anything. The aeroplane landed without any trouble. Okay, without any trouble the plane landed. Nelson remained calm throughout the trip. Nelson remained calm. He didn't say anything. He remained calm throughout the trip. He never changed his expression. There was no fear at his face. Okay. So he never changed his expression as they came out of the airport. As they came out of the airport, he said, who here he refers to Nelson. He said, I was really scared up there. I was really scared, getting afraid. Scared means afraid. So I really scared up there. Then I realized that this is what courage is all about. He said, courage is not about being scared. Courage is not about being scared. Courage is being terrified, but not showing it. Courage is being terrified and not showing it. Nelson said, courage is being terrified, but not showing it. So I got courage by looking at him. So this Richard Stengel said, I got courage by looking at him because he was pretending. Pretending means acting. He was pretending not to be scared. He was pretending. Actually, Nelson Mandela also got fear, but he didn't show the fear. He didn't show the fear. So this Richard Stengel said he was pretending not to be scared, and that's what he did in his whole life. That's what he did in his whole life. This is what made him a great person. This made him a great person, he said. So Nelson Mandela, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. Then he passed away at his home in Johannesburg in December 13. He passed away at his home in Johannesburg in December 2013. We are going to see the grammar part. Children, always remember one thing. You are doing mistakes while writing the grammar spelling. What is the spelling for grammar? G-R-A-M-M-A-R. A-R. Many of you are writing E-R. That is wrong, children. So grammar spelling G-R-A-M-M-A-R. Remember. Okay. Collective nouns. Already we have learnt in the previous class. Collective noun is nothing. It is a collection of same kind of things or nouns. Same kind of things. Collection of group of same kind of things. Here I gave you some examples. A dash of grapes. What is the answer? Bunch. Bunch of grapes. Bunch of keys. Understood? Next, a bundle of sticks. Sticks, bundles. Bundle of sticks. Bundle of clothes. Okay. Next, a team of players. Players. So, players means what is the correct collective noun? Team of players. Team of horses. Same kind of animals. Same kind means you are using the collective noun. A team of players or team of horses. Understood? Next, a bouquet of flowers. Bouquet of flowers. Bouquet. B-O-U-Q-U-E-T. Bouquet of flowers. Next, swarm of bees. A swarm of bees. Collection of same kind of bees. How will you call? Swarm. Next, a crowd of people. A crowd of people. People, same kind of noun. So, crowd you are using. Next, a colony of ants. Colony. So, ants, colony. Understood? A shoal of fish. A lot of things. Okay. Next, what is meant by abstract nouns? Abstract nouns means words that name a feeling or quality are called abstract noun. Abstract nouns are nothing. It's that name the feelings. It name the feelings or quality. Feelings or quality. Some examples are intelligence. Okay. Honest, bravery. Next, education, dedication, knowledge. So, abstract nouns are words that name a feeling or quality. Okay, you cannot see or you cannot touch or you cannot smell. Understood? You cannot feel through your sense organs. Abstract nouns. Just you can, it expresses that name the feeling or quality. Here are some examples. Intelligence, honest, clever, truth, wisdom. So, there are a lot of examples. Understood? So, collective nouns are collection of same kind of things. Here, abstract nouns, words that name a feeling or quality are called abstract nouns. Understood? So, go through your books, children, read and try to do the answer for the book exercise. Find out the answers for the objective type questions. Okay? Thank you.